Hi everyone, we're live and I'm Reea and I'm here today because I said I'm going to do some card readings for you, oracle card readings. I got these beautiful new cards the other day, and were a gift from my daughter Georgia. Hey Georgie. And they're Carmine Salerno cards, and I can't remember the name of them now. Love oracle cards, Universal Love I think they're called. He hand painted them. So I don't know if you can see them, but they're the most beautiful paintings that he did intuitively over the course of a long, long time. And then he made them into cards. So they're absolutely stunning. The minute Georgia showed them to me, I was like, oh my God, I've got to have those cards. They're so beautiful. And not only are the pictures on them stunning, but I was just really intuitively resonating with them. I find them really easy to read for some reason. You know, the universe is all about vibrational resonance. So it's about, hi Kiri, there's somebody, I'm not talking to myself, excellent. So I just found them really easy to read. I did some readings yesterday on my page, and a lot of people posted asking for a free card reading yesterday on my page, and unfortunately I got busy later on in the day and I didn't have time to actually do everybody's. That's what happens when you put out free readings. Lots of people want them. So I'm going to do some more today for those people that jump on. I'm going to pull out a card for you and do a little reading for you. So that was the purpose of my getting with you today. Now remember, what I wanted to say to you is that when you book a personal reading with me, I don't read cards. I might, if I'm having trouble tuning into your vibration or getting messages for you, pick a card just to help me tune in. But I very rarely do that because I am a psychic empath, I'm a channeler, and I just do it intuitively. So I just connect with my higher guidance and your higher guidance, and that's how I do readings. And some people can be difficult to read because, well, many reasons. You can be scared of having a reading, and so you tense your energy up and you go, I don't know whether I'm giving my permission for this or not, I'm a bit scared. If you suffer from anxiety, you can be hard to read. If you've just had a really unfortunate, sad loss in your life and you're really in grief, you can be very hard to read because you tense your energy, and the guides talk about it as like putting a tourniquet around your neck and blocking source energy from flowing through you. So you can be hard to read when you're like that. Well, another reason people can be hard to read is if they have entity attachments. So people who have mental disorders and addictions, alcoholism, drug addictions, can have entity attachments. That's negative entities attached to them that prevent you from reading them. So sometimes I use cards to kind of help me tune with that. But right now, I'm going to do some card readings for you. So I don't have any little helpers here to help me. I'm here on my own. So I'm going to do the best that I can. And so I'm going to shout out to the people that I've got here. Kiri, Rochelle, Kim, Jody. Hey guys, really nice for you to turn up. So yeah, let me pull a card first of all for Kiri, since she was the first one to jump on. Let's pull a card for Kiri. So when you're doing card readings, I'm just shuffling them. And as I shuffle them, I'm setting my intention to pull a card for Kiri and to read that for her. Sometimes I'm guided to pull more than one card. If I think the first card is only part of the story and that there's more to it, I might pull another card. If I were doing a card reading and I had, you know, you hit it for a personal reading either online on Facebook Live, just like this. I do lots of readings on Facebook like this. I've done 4 of those this morning already. And, you know, it works perfectly. But if I've got you in a personal reading, I might pull 4 cards and read those for you. But for our purposes today, we're just having a muck around, we're just having some fun and getting a bit of guidance. And so here it is. I'm pulling a card for Kiri. Now I'm just going to go through, and what I do is I usually just keep shuffling them. Sometimes a card falls out. If it doesn't fall out, see, there's one that's kind of begging to come out. So that's obviously Kiri's card. Oh, Kerry's card is birth. Look at that beautiful photo. That doesn't mean you're about to have a baby, Kerry, although it can. So remember, cards, just like dreams, cards can have many levels of meaning, just like your dreams can have many levels of meaning. So as I tune into this card, birth can mean, of course, the birth of a child. It can also mean the birth of anything else, right? So it's the coming into manifestation of something that you've been wanting for a long time, Kerry. It could be anything. It could be a business, a relationship, a move, a new job, a new car, you know, anything. It's something big. It's not something little. So something big that you've been asking for a long time is about to manifest in your reality. Yay! We all want to hear that, don't we? That's what we all want to hear. Yay! My stuff's coming. My stuff's on its way. So you're birthing something. You could also be birthing a new idea. You could be birthing a book, for instance. Yeah. So it's something that's bubbling up out of your unconscious, because remember, you create with your unconscious. That's how you create. You create with the unconscious manifestation of your energy, your feelings, your thoughts, all of that coming out of your unconscious. That's why people want to create things in their life consciously, with their conscious mind. They go, oh, I really want a new car. And they don't get it because there's stuff in their unconscious blocking them from having that. And because they're not awakened and they're not aware of their stuff and they're not tuned into what's really going on inside them, you could say we're all in a bit of denial about ourselves, then they're not aware of what's in their unconscious that is actually doing the creating. So, Kerry, the birthing of something great coming up in your experience. That sounds great, doesn't it? Okay, next one is for Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. Okay, let me just pull a card out for you, honey, and see what's coming up for you today. It's this one, jumping out at me. This was the very first card that I pulled from the deck when I actually first got these cards. It's called Moon Tree, and it's a really beautiful picture of a moon and a tree. So what it's actually saying to you is a little bit like the birthing card. This one is the coming up from your unconscious of things that you've been hiding from or keeping buried for a long time. So again, it's the bringing up out of your subjective insight from the deeper aspects of your consciousness, the deeper connections of your consciousness, something coming up. So the moon depicts the fact that the timing is right. The moon is helping you bring it forward. And the roots of the tree goes really deep into the earth. That's, you know, like an iceberg but not beneath the surface. So it's something bubbling up out of your unconscious. Now for you, Rochelle, this means they're telling me it's something coming up out of your unconscious. It's insight into yourself that's coming up. So it's something about yourself. It's a period of transformation for you. You're about to get in touch with some stuff about yourself that you really need to know. So it could be things coming up for healing, or it could be just your truth, understanding some things from your past from a different perspective is what I'm getting told for you. So that's a good thing. Okay, that's wonderful. So that's a really, really nice card to put to. Okay, how are we going here? I'll just scroll down a little bit on here, guys, and see who else is here. Sharon, Ashley, Samantha, Anna. Oh, hi, guys. Lovely to have you on here. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Rochelle. Big heart. Faye, Christy Lee, Karen, Michelle Owens. That's okay, Kerry. You're welcome, darling. Julie, Joanna. Oh, okay. Lots of people coming up. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to go back to the top of my list here. Where was I, Michelle? And I'm going to pull a card for Kim. Mitchell. Hey, Kim. Okay, so this is a card for you. Let's give them a little decent shuffle. So has any of you guys got cards at home that you play with? You know, this is like I had lunch with a girlfriend the other day. She's also very spiritual, Michelle, and she said she had 30 sets of cards. I don't have that many. I've got like 10 maybe. And, you know, I like to use them. They're pretty well used. When I get a set that I like, I tend to use them over and over again until something better comes along. So that's what this is. Okay, there's your card. Kim, this card is for you. Have a look at this, honey. This is beautiful. Transmutation. So this is the burning off of old energy. It's a healing thing that's naturally happening from the inside out. It's not really conscious. It's, again, unconscious. See the fire down the bottom of this photograph? That is the burning away of the old. And that's a wonderful thing. You know, we all came to the planet because we wanted to heal ourselves and we wanted to grow. And in order to grow, we have to heal. It's a chicken and an egg thing, isn't it? And so transmutation is a big change. So you might see that big change coming up in your life in all sorts of ways. Remember, when we change what's on the inside, that is expressed and it changes what's on the outside. So Kim, changes for you coming up around you, they're telling me these are really good changes. Okay, so you're healing something and bringing something up from deep inside you again, and that's beautiful. It's very, very positive, the transmutation. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm a woman in my 60s now, and I'm not the same person that I was when I was young. I'm not the same person even when I was when I was in my 30s and 40s. And particularly when I started on my spiritual path and I began to awaken, I changed enormously. And people didn't recognize that change in me. They could see me from a distance, people who knew me, and they'd say, I don't know what you're doing, but I want some of it. And that was changes that were happening on the inside in response to my life. I mean, your life is your spiritual practice. It's what brings up those changes. So good stuff there, Kim. Next one is for Jody. Hi, darling. Let's pull a card for Jody. So as I focus on the cards, once again, I am focusing on connecting with, you know, what I'm actually saying in my mind, even though my mouth might be doing this at you because I'm on mine. What I'm actually doing inside is I'm calling on my higher guidance and I'm calling on your higher guidance. And I'm particularly calling on Jody's guides and Jody's higher self, soul, whatever you want to call that part of you. And I'm asking for guidance for Jody as I go through these cards. Okay, this is the one here I'm getting. Okay, wow, good stuff today, Jody. Look at this. Answered prayers. Woo! That's almost as good as getting a love card or a soulmate card, isn't it? Answered prayers. It's beautiful. And there's a beautiful angel on the front of that with a beautiful butterfly in the middle. So it's really quite gorgeous. So, darling, your prayers are about to be answered. Now, your prayer could be for yourself or it could be for someone else, but it's something that you've been praying for a long time. Now, praying just means wanting, desiring, asking for. It's all the same thing. You know, when the human capacity that we have to desire things is something that motivates human beings to keep moving forward. So it's not a bad thing to desire things. Of course, we've got to balance that because everything in the universe must be balanced. The wanting of too much is not a good thing, okay? So the wanting of lots of material possessions is, you know, that's your ego that wants that stuff. That's not your higher self or your soul. So answered prayers is not the getting of material possessions necessarily, okay? But it could be. So you'll know, Jody, what you've been asking for, and it's about to pop in or manifest. So you could have been asking for something for years and suddenly it pops into your experience. You know, that house that you wanted to buy, that travel overseas, that relationship, whatever that is, it's about to pop in. So that one's for you, my darling. Well done. Okay, just going to go back down here and see who's next. Sharon is the next one on my list. My computer's not working. Okay, hi Sharon. Sharon Cosgrove. This one's for you. Okay, calling on Sharon's higher guidance and my higher guidance. So my higher guidance consists of several guides that I have had working around me and through me for some years. Remember, my journey to working on one-on-one with people has been a long and winding one. And before I started doing readings, I was a counsellor, a life coach, hypnotherapist, and had an office in the main street of Hunter Street, Main Street in Newcastle for about 10 years. And that's where I did therapy with people. So, and that was before I started doing psychic readings. So the guides that I attracted to myself are ones in vibrational resonance with my desire to support people's emotional and psychological well-being. And so the guides that came to me were healing guides, healing the psyche and the emotions. And so those guides are still present with me now. They're still around me. Remember, everyone has 2 or 3 guides. I actually have 4. Plus, I have the goddess Mart, who's the Egyptian goddess of truth, justice, and harmony. And I call her in. Now, when I call my guides in, particularly when I'm doing a personal reading for you, I can feel an energy coming into the right side of my face. That's been happening for about 10 years. It's a loving energy. It makes the side of my face prickle. It's warm. It's intense, and it comes into the right side of my body. And when that energy is present, I know that my guides are around me, and we're ready. We're ready to do our thing. So just calling in that guidance. Now pulling a card for Sharon. Okay, there's your card, Sharon. Lots of stuff emerging today. Look at this gorgeous one. Emergence. Hey, baby, is that you? Pretty hot. Beautiful, beautiful card. I hope you can see them. I wish you could see it the way I could see it. So what I'm being told about this card is the emergence of your true self. So you're on the path to awakening, Sharon. There's something, part of you waking up to your true spiritual nature. And you may have been on a spiritual path for a long time, but we go to different levels and we go deeper and deeper and deeper. Remember, it's like the peeling back of the onion. So even though my own personal spiritual journey, and I started to awaken at the end of the 1980s, it really had catapulted, if you like, in response to a dark night of the soul moment for me in 2005. And it keeps going on, and I'm certainly not there yet. I'm on the path to awakening, and I may be a little bit further along the path than some of you, but I'm not there yet. I wish I was completely awakened. If I was, I'd be like Jesus Christ or Buddha or somebody like that, but I'm not. I still have third dimensional reality crap. So here's your card, darling. Emergence. It's the emergence of your true self. So this is a time for you to begin to love yourself. I know that sounds like bullshit, we keep getting told that, and what does it actually mean? And it's really, really hard. But I can't begin to tell you how vital it is for us all to love ourselves. And Sharon, that's where you're going. Self-love, honey, which means having firm boundaries, making sure there's a balance of giving and taking of energy in your life with everyone that you come in contact with, taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. And beginning to listen to those, the emergence of that intuition and deeper guidance that is coming up from within. So that's what they're telling me now. They're telling me your intuition is really good, but it's about to be catapulted into your conscious awareness to a larger degree, and that you are going to be getting more and more clearly defined messages from your higher self and your guides. Woo-hoo! Pretty good, huh? Fantastic. Well done with that one. Okay, now who have we got? How are we going here? Ashley Langton. Hi, Ashley. Let's pull a card for Ashley. Doing a bit of a shuffle and just calling in Ashley's higher self, Ashley's guides. And remember, you always have to give intention for a reading. I'm not one of those people who goes up to people in the street and says, hey, I'm a psychic, I've got a message for you. I think that's terrible. I would never do that. I'm very careful not to be intrusive. Number one law of the universe is don't intrude into other people's free will. And I'm very, very strong on that, and so are my guides. So that's the reason why they won't tell you anything that you're not ready to hear yet, and why I get people to ask specific questions when I do readings, rather than, lots of people get it. It's all right when I'm pulling a card, because the card comes out. And so that's you, calling forth or creating that moment for yourself. Here's your card, Ashley. Ah, look at that. Okay, so this one, that's the back of the card, and the picture that's on the box is a beautiful tree with a heart on it. And you've actually pulled that same card as your card today. Look at that, so nice. And it says Earth Connection. So Ashley, what this is telling you is that it's really important for you to ground yourself. You're not in your body enough. If you're not in your body enough, you could be suffering from anxiety, feeling out of time, being unfocused, all of those things. And it can actually make you sick. Lots of people get out of their body if they're actually in pain or they're sick. They've got an illness, they try to get away from it, right? You get out of your body, but it's actually really bad to be out of your body, because if you're not grounded in your body, what it means is that you don't have 100% of your energy to create the life that you want, right? And you're also not getting the energy from Mother Earth, from Mother Gaia, that you need to sustain and balance your energy. See, we're all one. You're connected to the earth. I know you've heard this before. We're all one. Except here in third dimensional reality, when it feels like we're all separate and against each other in competition, which is just bullshit. We're not. So we're all one. We're all grounded into the earth. We're part of Mother Earth, right? And that's why we need nourishment, food and air and sunlight to grow, because we're no different than a tree. And just like trees and plants have their roots in the ground, we have to have our roots in the ground too. So our base chakra, our red chakra at the bottom, also called our root chakra, needs to be down in Mother Earth. And if it's not down in there, we can suffer all sorts of different things. So in meditation, my darling, grab yourself and just say grounding, 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 and force your energy down through your base chakra at the bottom of your spine. I like to do it in a kind of corkscrew as I breathe. So I pull in energy down through my base chakra, grounding, 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 go as far down into the earth as I possibly can, right? And I connect to the crystalline grid of the planet and to the ley lines of the planet. And then I pull the energy of the planet up with a breath, and I force it out through my crown chakra at the top of my head, and I connect to my soul. And keep doing that. It's creating a pillar of light, as we call it, pulling in from the top of the head, grounding down into the earth, pulling up from the earth, connecting to your higher guidance. And that's very important for you. So that's how you'll stay healthy, well and wise. You'll be connected to your intuition, you'll be getting your energy balanced, and you'll be feeling much better. So that's what you need to do. Okay, I'm kind of losing track here of who was on here when. So I'm sorry if that happens, because I can see there's lots of people on here. Antoinette, Ruth, hi baby, Cindy, Amy, Michelle, yep, Alyssa, Katie, Ashley Langton, Anna Mason, Anne-Marie Biggs, Kylie Ann Mason, Deanne Leonard, oh hi everyone, Peter Lee, Fitzgerald, that's okay Jodie, you're welcome, beautiful. Alison Roberts, Amanda. Hi, Glenda. That's my auntie. Hi, Glennie. Here I am. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to the top, and I'm going to see if I can grab hold of whoever I think is the next person to get a reading. No, I'm not able to do that. Yeah, doing this on my own here, guys. Okay. Oh, come on, back up to the top. Okay, the next person on my list is Antoinette Manon. So Antoinette, I'm going to pull a card for you. So another wonderful shuffle. And connecting to Antoinette's guidance, and here's Antoinette's card. Wow, look at this beautiful one. This is gorgeous. This is the spiritual growth card, Antoinette. And isn't that gorgeous? It means that at the moment, this is what your soul wants you to be doing. Now, if you focus on your spiritual growth, all of your life comes into balance and harmony, and your problems and issues go away, because you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and not everybody on the planet realizes that. Hey, there's a million people out there who don't know that and who don't connect with being spiritual. And you know, that's why we have wars and people killing each other and battles of egos and arrogance and narcissism all over the world. It's tragic. So for you, darling Antoinette, this is the focus for you for the coming months, weeks, however, well, forever. Spiritual growth. So again, you're about to enter a period of intensity in your spiritual growth. And so what does that mean? It means that, again, healing, understanding yourself, personal insight, looking into yourself and your background, where you've come from, how you got where you are now, where you're going, tuning into your own higher guidance, really important during this period of time. They're telling me that you have lots of guidance around you. You've actually got 4 guides, Antoinette, around you. 2 of them are female and 2 of them are male, I'm being told. And so they're really wanting to connect with you is what they're saying. So they're currently connecting with you in the dream state. Lots of the dreams that you're having, even though you're not remembering, remember, we all leave our dreams. We leave our bodies, rather. We leave our physical bodies in our dreams and we go back to spirit. And, yeah, and we do lots of learning and lots of energy balancing at night, which is why you can go to bed feeling like crap and you wake up feeling better in the morning. Remember how Mum always used to tell us that if you were feeling sick, you'd feel better in the morning? Well, that's why. So, Antoinette, lots of that going on at night. You are connecting with your higher guidance at night and getting lots of messages at night. And you can remember those dreams, if you like, by telling yourself that you're going to remember them, okay? Some people write down their dreams. I've never had enough discipline to do that. But it's very good, and all the spiritual teachers and masters tell us that writing down your dreams is very, very good. So if you want to do that, have a little journal by your bed at night, or you can record them, voice record them on your phone when you wake up in the morning. But just tell yourself before you go to sleep, I am going to remember my dreams tonight, and I am going to connect with my higher guidance, and I am going to bring through the wisdom of my higher self. So that's beautiful, darling. Spiritual growth for you, Antoinette. Lovely. Okay, so let's keep going on. Ruthie, I'm not going to do one for you today because I did one for you the other day, honey, on my page. Was that yesterday? Yeah, so I'm just going to skip you since you've had one this week. Come on, computer. Keep going down. It's not working very well. Okay, the next person I can see on here is Cindy. I'm going to pull a card for you, Cindy. So connecting to Cindy's higher guidance. Now remember, I do readings online, on here on Facebook Messenger or on Skype. But since you're all on Facebook now, I know you're all on Facebook, so easy. I do a lot of that. So I just call you by video on Facebook, and there you are. I can see your gorgeous face, and I can tune into your energy, and I can give you a reading. So 30-minute readings with me are only $60, pretty good, pretty cheap, and an hour is $100. Or if you're anywhere in the Nelsons Bay area, I'm at Salamander, or if you're in Newcastle, lots of ladies come up from Newcastle to see me. You can have an hour with me personally and get reading and healing and all that. That's, you know, it's a wonderful experience for us to really get together. So you can get any of those readings available on my website, reea.com.au. And I'd love to do a reading for you. It would be wonderful. Go and have a look at the reviews on my page. Wonderful Cara that I did a reading for, who won the reading from last week. I gave away a free reading. No, she won the free reading from the week before last. And she was lovely. And finally we got together this morning and I did a reading for her online. She's in Nambucca Heads. And she was blown away. She thought it was pretty amazing. And she's left a lovely review this morning on my page. So go and have a look at that. And yeah, so okay, here's Cindy. Oh, wow, this is lovely. This is another one of the first cards that I pulled when I actually started playing with this deck. It's called Universal Heart, and what it means is that it's reminding you of the connection that you have to all that is. And you can't see it here, but when you look deeply into this photo, it's actually the photo of a woman, a picture of a woman, it's a painted picture. And if you keep, it's one of those things that you keep staring into it, the woman's face goes away and all that you can see is the universe, so that you can see stars and all of that. And so it's a reminder, Cindy, that you are connected to all that is. You are not just the little ego personality construct of your physical body and your consciousness in third dimensional reality that you think you are. Remember, all of this is an illusion. I was listening to Elon Musk talk this morning about the fact that we're living in a matrix. We're living in a simulation. It ain't real. And so it seems real, doesn't it? Because it's like being trapped in a computer game. We've all seen the Matrix movie and, you know, it blew us all away at the time. It's true. So here is a reminder for you, Cindy, that you are looking into your world and it's an illusion. You are much, much, much more than you think you are. You are a multi-dimensional, universal consciousness that is part of all that is, and you're part of the creator, the source, the essence. And so keep reminding yourself of that. And so a way of doing that is to wander around your life and keep saying to everything you see and everyone you meet, I am that, 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 I am that. So hard to remember that we are all one when we're here in third dimensional reality. But that's what's going to happen to us as we transition into fourth dimension. And some of us are already transitioning. If you're an old soul, you're already transitioning into fourth dimensional reality. And I attract a lot of old souls into my practice. A lot of the readings I do are with old souls, and we call them wanderers. So this is you, Cindy. And so there you go. Don't forget, sweetie, you're more than you think you are. So you are unlimited potential. You could do and be and have anything you wanted to be. The only thing that holds you back is thinking small and feeling fear, and that's what holds us all back. So transcend that, honey. You can get in touch with that multidimensional aspect of yourself again through meditation, through connecting to your higher guidance. Meditation is very good for connecting you to source. That's what it's for. And you don't have to meditate for an hour every day or even half an hour. Try meditating for 5 minutes. Try meditating when you're doing a washing up or when you're going for a walk with your eyes open. It's still meditation and contemplation. So that's a beautiful card. Okay, guys, that's all I've got time for today. It's been really lovely connecting with you. Been on here for half an hour, so I better get off. I've absolutely loved it. I'm sorry if I didn't get to do a reading for you, but don't forget you can even get an email reading of one question for only $40 on my website. You can ask me a question and send me a photo, and I can tune into the photos and I can read that for you. And I usually get it back to you within 24 to 48 hours if you've got one question. So it's all there. I'm here for you. My passion is supporting women's emotional, psychological, and spiritual well-being. I only work with women because, babies, you have it. You're it. You are all amazing goddesses. Don't forget that. And you are so resourceful and so loving and so nurturing. And that energy, that female, feminine energy that goes out into the world, where would we be without it? Men would kill themselves, right? God, the violence, the aggression, the wars, right? We, women, are the conduit through which source energy enters the family. You are connected to the oneness that is love, that is everything and all that is. Don't ever forget that. So namaste for today, and until we meet again, à tout à l'heure.